Well, good morning, everyone. Pastor Corey Rowland here with Uricksville First, Midvale, and Newport United Methodist Church. And I have a devotional for you today out of the book of Luke 19. And I'm wearing a costume that I made out of bed sheets, my Zacchaeus costume. I was just at a VBS in Newport yesterday, and so I figured I'd read to you just out of Luke 19, the story of Zacchaeus in the costume that I wore yesterday. And so it says in verse 5, and remember Zacchaeus, he climbed up the sycamore tree to see Jesus. In verse 5, when Jesus came, he looked up at Zacchaeus and he called to him. "Zacchaeus," he said, "quick, come down. I must be a guest in your house today." Zacchaeus quickly climbed down to the tree and took Jesus to his home with great excitement and joy. But the people were displeased. "He has gone to be a guest of a notorious sinner," they grumbled. And if you know the story of Zacchaeus, you know that Zacchaeus was a tax collector who was after the chief tax collector. And he was very despised by the people of Israel because he would often extort them for money that he would give to the Roman government and money that he would pocket. And so he was a notorious sinner. And I love the story of Zacchaeus because first, Jesus knew right away who Zacchaeus was. Jesus knew his name just as Jesus knows your name. Yes, our God is a big God who's God of the universe, but he is your God who knows your name. And then he tells Zacchaeus, he says, "I must be a guest in your house," which, as we've talked before, being a guest in somebody's house, to be a host for somebody, that was the greatest honor you could bestow upon somebody, is to accompany them. Especially if you were a distinguished individual like Jesus, if you were to go and eat a meal with somebody, that was the greatest honor that you could give to somebody. And so it was only reserved for holy people. And so the fact that Jesus was willing to eat with a tax collector, the people were up in arms. It says, why would he eat with a notorious sinner? And then later Jesus tells us because his purpose was to seek and save the lost. Jesus did not run from Zacchaeus because of his sin. In fact, he ran to Zacchaeus. And he said, "I must be a guest in your house," because he knew that Zacchaeus would accept him. And so the story of Zacchaeus reminds us that first, the Father came to seek and save the lost. And second, no matter what you have done, you are not too far gone that God cannot save you. And so like Zacchaeus, may we be eager to accept Jesus. May we be eager to follow Jesus. And let us remember that Jesus knows our name and desires to have fellowship with us. So may we desire to have fellowship with him. Amen.